everyone, and welcome back to day 9 of our 10-day challenge. We're almost through, so well done everyone. I'm glad you're joining me today. Today we're going to be focusing on heart openers, so we have quite a dynamic flow. We'll be moving quite a lot between the top and the back of our mat, so I hope that I can guide you through it as well as possible, even if you're not facing your laptop or your phone or whatever you're using. As per usual, please modify wherever you need it. If you want to use blocks or any other props, please do so, and yeah, hopefully you enjoy the class. So let's get started in Supta Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of your feet together to touch, knees fall out to either side of the mat, and we're just going to find a nice comfortable position on our back. Taking a moment to arrive on our mats, maybe closing the eyes, hands fall wherever it's comfortable, drawing the awareness within, starting to deepen the inhalations and the exhalations. Noticing how the belly and the chest expand with each inhale and how they collapse on each exhale. Maybe you want to set an intention for today's practice. Maybe you want to offer it to someone you love, someone who needs a little extra energy today. Maybe today that someone is you. So all together, take a deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs, and then open your mouth and exhale, sigh it out. Once again, deep full inhale through the nose and exhale, sigh it out. One more time, deepest, fullest inhale through the nose all the way to the top. Open your mouth and exhale, let it all go. Close your mouth. If you practice Ujjayi breath, now's the time to engage it. And then on your next inhale, draw your knees towards each other, hug your knees into your chest, and give yourself a nice squeeze. Maybe start rocking from side to side, massaging the spine into the mat, getting some movement into the body. And then slowly blink your eyes open if they were closed, slide your hands behind your knees and start rocking yourself forwards and backwards, gaining some momentum using the core and crossing at the ankles. We step it back into tabletop position. We're actually gonna untuck the toes and send it right back into child's pose, keeping it active, so pressing into the hands. Get a nice stretch through the sides of our body. And on our next inhale, we lift the hips, send the weight forward as if we're moving through cat pose. We drop the hips, opening up the heart, gaze comes up, lengthening through the spine. And as we exhale, we're reversing what we just did, sending our hips back and finding child's pose once again. We inhale, come forward, rounding through the spine, tucking the pelvis, and then dropping the hips, opening through the heart, gaze comes up. Exhale, we send our hips back, lengthening through the spine, sending our hips down, finding child's pose, really stretching through the sides of our body. And then once again, rounding through the spine, pressing the ground away, dropping the hips, opening up through the heart. And exhale, once again, we're sending it back, lengthening through the spine, bringing the hips down and finding child's pose. Beautiful. Next inhale, we're coming forward once again. So really rounding through the spine again, dropping the hips, opening through the heart, and then slowly lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Maybe bringing the feet slightly in. We're going to bring our hands a little bit further apart than met with distance. And we take an inhale here, engaging the glutes, pressing into the tops of our feet. We lift ourselves up and find wild cobra. Opening through the heart, gaze comes up. Exhale, we release. And inhale, we're opening up again. Really engaging the glutes. Don't want to pinch in our lower back. And exhale, we release. Beautiful. Bring your hands to either side of your chest. I think we did this the other day. Bring your right foot towards your right glute. And then we roll over to our left. Coming into this seated position. Right arm reaches towards left foot. We're pressing down into the arrow edge of our left foot and into our left hand. And see if we can lift our hips off the ground. Right arm sweeps around, opening through the heart. We find wild thing. And lowering the hips down. Right arm reaches towards left foot again. And then plant the right hand down. Roll over onto your belly, releasing the right foot down. Moving on to the left side. So left foot towards your left glute. Rolling all the way over. Lifting ourselves up. Left arm reaches towards right foot. Pressing down into our right foot, right hand. Gonna come into wild thing again. So lift the hips, sweep the left arm around, really opening up through the left shoulder. And lowering the hips all the way down. Left arm reaches. Plant the left arm down. Roll onto your belly and release the left foot down. Beautiful, guys. Tuck your toes and start sending your way back through tabletop. Yeah, let's come into tabletop first. Find a nice engagement here and slowly start walking your hands forward and melting your chest towards the ground. Finding puppy pose here. Engaging through the arms, hugging the belly and the ribs in. Firmly pressing into your hands. Really opening through your shoulders, melting your chest towards the ground. And slowly walking your hands back in, finding tabletop. And as we exhale, we shift the hips towards the sky, finding downward facing dog. Take any movement in your downward facing dog that feels good to you right now. Maybe you want to pedal out the feet, shake the hips, shake the head. Whatever you need right here, right now. When you're ready, find some stillness in your dog. And as you inhale, come high onto the balls of your feet, bend the knees, gaze between your hands. We tiptoe our way all the way forward to the top of our mat. Find a nice ragdoll here. Maybe you want to grab opposite elbows. Maybe you want to bring your hands behind your knees, behind your back. Whatever you need. Right here, right now. Shifting the weight into the balls of your feet. Head and shoulders relax. Maybe sway the hips, bend into one knee, bend into the other knee. Releasing any tension in the lower back. And then the next inhale, release your fingertips towards the ground. Chin to chest, slight bend in both knees. We'll roll ourselves all the way up. Vertebrae by vertebrae, head and neck are the last thing to come up. As they do, we'll roll our shoulders up, back and down. Beautiful, guys. Bring your hands to your heart center. Feet can be either hip width distance apart or we heel to them to touch. We'll take a deep inhale here. Hands sweep high towards the sky. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. Gonna move through a couple of sun salutations to get warmed up a little, and then we have our quite dynamic flow. I really hope you enjoy it. Listen to your body and modify wherever you need it. But most of all, have fun. And let's get started. So we take an inhale here. Arms sweep high towards the sky. As we exhale, we cactus the arms, bringing the shoulder blades and elbows towards each other, opening through the heart, finding a slight back bend here. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we fold forward. Inhale, gaze comes up, we find our halfway lift. Exhale, we plant the hands, step it back into plank. We lower our knees, lower our chest, lower our chin, untuck the toes, and ripple ourselves forward, finding cobra. Tuck the toes, send the hips back, downward facing dog. Beautiful, yogis. Inhale, come high onto the balls of your feet, bend the knees, gaze between your hands. Step or float forward. Inhale to a long spine, gaze comes up, and exhale, we fold. Pressing down into our feet to rise up. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we cactus the arms. Bring the shoulder blades together. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, hinging from the hips, we fold forward. Inhale to a long spine, gaze comes up. Exhale, we plant the hands, step or float back, high to low, your Vinyasa, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale, forwards and up dog or cobra. And exhale, we find downward facing dog. Beautiful. Take a moment to settle in your down dog. Hands are at least shoulder distance apart, fingers spread widely, firmly pressing down through the palms of our hands. Heels reach towards the ground. If you keep a slight bend in the knees, that's perfectly fine. Hug your belly and your ribs in as you lift your hips towards the sky. Beautiful. Take a moment here, let the energy settle. Please know that throughout the whole flow, you can always skip Vinyasas, you can always come back to downward facing dog or child's pose whenever you need it. Okay guys, let's get started. Next inhale, right leg floats high towards the sky. Exhale, bring your right knee to your nose, hold tiger pose. Inhale, we lengthen, right leg towards the sky. Bend the knee, open the hip, squaring off through the shoulders. We shift our weight slightly forward as if we're coming into plank, dropping the back foot down, the right foot down, lowering the hips. We're in the seated position. Once again, coming into wild thing, so pressing down into our left foot, left hand. We lift our hips off the ground, opening up through the right shoulder. Exhale, we're lowering it down. Right arm back to the mat. We find our three-legged down dog. Exhale, we step the right foot forward between our hands and moving into extended side angle to the back of our mat. So shifting it over, bending into the left knee, straightening the right leg, finding our extended side angle. Really pressing down through the outer edge of your right foot. Sweep the right arm back, down and around as we pivot onto the ball of our right foot, finding a high lunge. Exhale, we cactus the arms, opening through the heart, and inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, straighten that left foot, hovering the upper body forward. Taking an inhale here, and exhale, we fold over our left leg. Inhale, we lengthen the spine, gaze comes forward, shifting the weight into our left foot, bending the left knee. We find standing splits to the back of our mat. So right leg towards the sky, folding over your left leg. Take an exhale here as we bend into both knees, bringing the right knee to the back of our left knee, finding a curtsy squat here. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, bring your right foot down to the outside of your left foot. So we're standing in this cross-legged forward fold now. We take an inhale here to lengthen the spine, gaze comes up, and exhale, we fold. Inhale to lengthen once again. Now walking the hands over to the left, pressing the right hip over to the right side, and exhale, we fold. Inhale, we lengthen once again, walking the hands back to center, bringing the right foot back up, finding standing splits once again, and then bending into the left leg. Can you bring the right leg back down? And then we're moving through Skandasana to the top of our mat. Plant the right hand down, left arm towards the sky, left toes, left knee, point towards the ceiling, getting a nice stretch here. And taking an inhale, shifting it to the back of a mat as if moving through Skandasana here. We find high lunge to the top of our mat. Beautiful, guys. We exhale, cactus the arms, opening through the heart. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, planting the hands down, stepping it back, high to low, your Vinyasa, purely optional. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we find downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. Take a moment in your dog. Maybe you want to find child's pose, whatever feels best to you. Moving on to the left side now. And then we have one more round of flow. Hope the second round feels a bit smoother since you know where we're going. So let's get started with the left side. Okay. Inhale, left leg sweeps high towards the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose. Find tiger pose. Inhale, we lengthen. Bend the left knee, open the left hip, squaring off through the shoulders, shifting the weight slightly forward as if we're coming towards plank, and then lowering the left foot down, lowering the hips down. Left arm reaches towards right foot, pressing down to lift the hips up. We open through the heart and find Wild Thing. Exhale, we lower the hips down, bringing the left hand back to our mat, and we find a three-legged dog once again. As we exhale, we step the left foot between our hands, finding a runner's lunge, and then moving towards extended side angle to the back of our mat. We turn to the right, bend the right knee, straighten the left knee, left arm sweeps high towards the sky, pressing down through the outer edge of our left foot. Left arm sweeps back, down and around. As we inhale, pivot onto the balls of our left foot. We find high lunge. Exhale, we cactus the arms, open the heart, and inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, straightening that right foot, hovering the upper body forward, and unfolding over our right leg. Maybe you want to bring the left leg a little bit in, since the stand is quite wide here. Whatever feels good to you right now. Inhale, bend into that right knee, shift the weight forward, lift the left leg off the ground. We find standing splits. And then we curtsy down as we exhale, so bend in both knees, left knee behind right, and inhale, we extend. Exhale, bring your left foot down onto the right side of your right foot. Take an inhale here to lengthen through the spine. Gaze comes up, and exhale, we fold. Inhale to lengthen. Walk those hands over to the right, shifting the left hip over towards the left to get a nice stretch. And exhale, we fold. Inhale to lengthen. Walk your hands back to center, lifting that left leg off the ground once again, finding standing splits, and then bending into the right knee, stepping the left foot back. We're going to move into Skandasana to the top of our mat. So straightening the right leg, bending the left knee, left arm comes down to the ground, right arm reaches towards the sky. Getting a nice full body stretch here. Right toes pointing towards the ceiling. And if we're moving through Skandasana to the back of our mat, we pivot onto the balls of our right foot, turn to the front of our mat and find high lunge. Exhale, we cactus the arms, open through the heart, and inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high to low, your Vinyasa, or right back to downward facing dog. Inhale, we lengthen, and exhale, we all meet in down dog. Beautiful, guys. Take a moment in your down dog. Maybe you want to come to child's pose. Maybe you want to lower your forearms and come into dolphin. Whatever your body needs right now. You're doing great. We're halfway through the flow. Got one more round. Now we know where we're going, hopefully, so we can move a little bit faster. Take one more breath wherever you are, and then slowly make your way back into downward facing dog. Settle in, get comfortable, and on your next inhale, sweep your right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, right knee to nose, find your tiger pose, and inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, we're opening the hip, so bend the knee, squaring through the shoulders, and either, as we did before, drop the hip and open up to Wild Thing, or maybe just drop the right foot back and open up right away. Maybe lowering the hips down and moving through three-legged dog, or see if you can lift your right leg off the ground and step it all the way forward to the top of your mat. We all meet in runner's lunge, and then we make our way to extended side angle to the back of our mat. Sweep that right arm around and up, pressing down through the outer edge of our right foot, and then the right arm sweeps back, down and around as we come up into a high lunge. Finding your balance. Exhale, we cactus the arms, bring the shoulder blades together, opening through the heart. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, extend that left leg, hovering the upper body forward and folding down. Maybe slightly bring your right foot in if that feels better. And then bending, slight bend in your left knee. Shift the weight forward. Find standing splits. We exhale to curtsy. So bring that right knee behind the left. And inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, bring the right foot down to the left side of the left foot. Inhale, we lengthen to a long spine, and exhale, we fold. Inhale, we lengthen, walk the hands over to the left, and fold. Inhale to lengthen, hands back to center, right leg comes high towards the sky, once again finding standing splits. And then bending into that left knee, stepping the right foot back down to the mat. We're moving into Skandasana to the top of our mat. Plant the right hand down, left arm towards the sky. Beautiful, guys. Bringing it to the back of our mat to move forward. Inhale, find our high lunge. And exhale, we cactus the arms. Gaze comes up. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands. Step it back. High to low, your Vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys. You're doing amazing. We have one more side to go. Take a moment in your down dog, in your child's pose. Let the energy settle, and then we move right on and get some nice stretches at the end to finish it off. So slowly make your way back into downward facing dog if you're not there already. Get comfortable here, and on your next inhale, bring your left foot towards the sky. Exhale, left knee to nose. Find tiger pose. Inhale to lengthen. Bend the left knee, open up through the hip, squaring through the shoulders. And I'm moving into wild thing, either dropping the hips or opening it up right away. Beautiful. As on the other side, you can either move through three-legged down dog into runner's lunge, or see if you can float that left leg off the ground and step it all the way forward right away. If you need to use your hands, that's perfectly fine. We all meet in runner's lunge. Moving into extended side angle to the back of our mat. Sweeping the left arm up and around. Feeling the energy all the way through your body. And then sweep the left arm back, down and around. Inhale brings us up into a high lunge. Exhale, we cactus the arms. Open the heart, gaze comes up. And inhale, we lengthen. We straighten that right leg, hovering the upper body forward, maybe bringing the left foot slightly in. And exhale, we fold over our right leg. Getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings. Lifting the gaze, bending into the right knee, shifting the weight forward, and float that left leg up towards the sky, finding your standing splits here. Exhale, we curtsy down, left knee comes in. Inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, bring that left foot down onto the right side of your right foot. Inhale to a long spine, gaze comes up, and exhale, we fold. Inhale to lengthen, walk the hands over to the right, send your hips over to the left, and we fold over. Inhale to lengthen, coming back through center, and then floating that left leg up towards the sky once again, finding our standing splits, and then bending into our right leg, stepping the left foot down to the mat. Moving to Skandasana, to the top of our mat. So bending into the left knee, straightening the right leg, left arm reaches down as the right arm reaches towards the sky. Right toes, right knee point up towards the ceiling. And as if we're moving through Skandasana to the back of our mat, we turn around and find a high lunge to the top of our mat. Beautiful. Exhale, we cactus the arms, find our back bend, opening through the heart, and inhale, we lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, purely optional Vinyasa, high to low. Inhale, forwards and up dog or cobra, and exhale, we find downward facing dog. Beautiful, guys, great job. Lower your knees down, send your hips back, find your child's pose, slow it down. Awesome job, guys. I really hope you enjoyed that flow. If you do it a couple of times and get the feel of it, it feels really nice. Take a moment in your child's pose to slow things down. Maybe coming back to your intention you set at the beginning of the class. And when you're ready, slowly make your way back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling at the feet once again. Taking any last movement here that feels good to you. Next inhale, come high onto the balls of your feet, bend the knees, gaze between your hands, and step it all the way forward. Finding a nice forward fold to the top of our mat. So take your two peace fingers and grab your big toes. We inhale to a flat back, gaze comes up, and exhale, we fold forward, really using your peace fingers to pull yourself down, pull the crown of your hat down towards the ground, getting a nice stretch through the hamstrings, through the calves, letting the elbows splay out to the side. Then releasing your toe grip, bring your fingers down towards the ground. Heel toe your feet a little bit further apart, and just slowly sink your hips back down. Find your yogi squat. Take a moment here, and then releasing yourself all the way down, bringing your feet together, and just slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, release yourself onto the mat. Beautiful, guys. Hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice and well-deserved squeeze, allowing the left leg to go long. Shimmy your hips over to the right a little as you draw your right knee across your body, cactusing through the right arm, gaze over the right shoulder. Try to keep both shoulders grounded to the mat, giving yourself a nice twist here, really surrendering into that position. Slowly bring it back to center, giving yourself a nice squeeze once again, and then allowing the right leg to go long. Shimmy your hips ever so slightly over to the left as you draw your left knee across your body, cactusing through the left arm, gaze over your left shoulder, finding this nice stretch here, nice twist. Slowly bringing it back to center, hugging your knees into your chest. Once again, giving yourself the biggest squeeze you can possibly give yourself. Bringing your nose towards your knees. Taking a deep inhale here and engaging every single muscle in your body for 3, for 2, for 1. Open your mouth and exhale. Release everything down to the mat. No longer holding on to any tension in the body. Releasing everything down with each exhale that you take. Returning to a more natural rhythm of breath. Just letting go. Please take as much time in your Shavasana as you need. If you want to move on with your day, I'm gonna end this video here. Thank you for practicing with me today. I really hope to see you again tomorrow for our final day. Always in gratitude for you and this practice. Namaste.